is the okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry, we are a few minutes late. There is internet connection issue in this classroom, so I don't see. Oh, here. Okay, can you hear me? That's good. Sorry, I'm not sure how much time I will be able to broadcast this lecture, but in case I cannot broadcast this, I have my previous semester's lecture video uploaded in my previous another playlist. I will share that with you. Okay, you can watch that. So this is pretty simple. This will be. So again. And good evening, and I like to welcome again everybody to this course CSE1321 section 4 in spring 2021. Is there anyone new today here? Okay, so you did not miss a lot, but I will mostly review my last lecture quickly. And then our previous lectures video is uploaded. I uploaded the previous lecture video in my YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel, and there's a link is in D2L. And then if you go here, this playlist, and you see this one. This one is the last lecture video. Okay, I re-uploaded actually. There was a issue in previous video. So, and also everybody, please, everybody, when you give some time, please watch the first lecture video, how to write pseudocode in the first lecture video. Okay, I will not cover everything. It may take an entire lecture, so I will not go through this. You will need this. Okay, so everybody, when you have some time, please watch this lecture video. Okay. So I'm giving this link to here in here. How to write effective and good pseudocodes. So if you do a Google search about pseudocode, or just type in pseudocode, and then you will see pseudocode Wikipedia information. Okay, so actually the problem is that slow. High-level description of operating principle of the computer program. Okay, so let's start our journey today. So as you know that we will use D2L for our assignment. There is no assignment for this course. Okay, the quizzes. Okay, there will be about 10 quizzes. Okay, previous semester we dropped one quiz, lowest test one quiz. Okay, but due to COVID, last fall we dropped two. I'm not sure what will happen, what will be decided for this semester. Okay, so in case you forget, maybe at least one quiz will be dropped. In case you forget, that will be forgiven. Okay, but please do not forget 2 times, then you will be loser. Okay, and in order to take your test, you need to do this responder setup quiz. Okay, so you need to have a webcam and internet connection. Okay, all quizzes are due Sunday midnight, and all quizzes are open book. You can do Google search, you can code. Okay, you can see your book and materials, and then you will should have enough time, about an hour for a single quiz. Okay, please do not wait for the last minute to take the quiz. Okay, and then in our last lecture, we discussed the welcome slide, and then I went through algorithm and abstraction, this slide. So today I will also quickly go through this slide again. So again, I would like to welcome everybody in our CSE 1321 in first year experience program. So this is our website of first year experience program. You will get all information, all materials, all policies, and then rules here. Okay. And then please go through if you are new, and then if you did not attend in our last lecture, so please go through this. Okay, so this is, I'm sorry, this is the beginning of your journey in programming. In this course, by the end of this course, a semester long course, you will learn how to start programming. At the end, you will not be a programmer though, but you will learn how to start working on the field of programming. Okay, so in this course, you will learn 3 languages: C++, C#, and Java. So first of all, we will start using pseudocode, and then we will explain pseudocode. Once we understand pseudocode, then we will go through actual program by converting pseudocode into actual program. Okay, in all 3 languages. Most of the time, I will go on 3 languages. There's very few, like 80% content is same for all languages. Okay, and so you need to get at least a B for this course to take the next course, CSE 1322. Okay, so, but please do not expect B right now. So if you expect for if you work for a B, in case you got a C, then it will get trouble, right? So please make a resolution to make an A in this course. Okay, in order to get an A in this course, you need to be sincere from the very beginning and from this week. Okay, you will see that today we will start working, and maybe a week after later we will start running. Okay, so we are 4 professors. We have our office hours. Someone will be there. There are about 8 GTAs. They are willing to help you, and there are tutors, but nobody will come to you. You have to come to us. Okay, so we will use Gradescope. There is an app. Then maybe you know, for your lab course you will be uploading your lab in Gradescope, but for your test you will be taking in D2L. So you will use D2L a lot. So Replit, REPL.ID. This is a web-based IDE. IDE means integrated development environment, that where we write our program and then we compile and we run. You will use IDE Replit. Okay, we can use other IDEs like Eclipse, NetBeans, like Microsoft Visual Studio, but it's easy to use Replit quickly. So I will use Replit, okay, for this entire course. Okay, you can use other IDs. So for the communication, still I am getting email. Last night or previous night, I got email. The student did ask some questions about the course, but did not mention his lecture, class and section. I will not reply to that email. Okay, so in order to get my response in your email, please be kind to mention your course name at least. I'm teaching only one section in 1322 this time, 1321 this semester. So at least if you mention your course 1321, fine. Okay, you don't need to mention the section name for this semester. Okay, so this time there are many different withdrawal date. Please look at the syllabus schedule for the withdrawal date. Okay, so our exam policy is very strict. If you do any kind of, I'm sorry to say, cheating, okay, like copying and pasting code from somewhere else, you will get caught. If you may get caught, then you will get in trouble. Okay, but our exam policy is that if there are 4 exams test in this course, each test 20% will cover. If you miss any test, then your final exam will compensate that. Okay, there is no makeup for the final, but
Professor, you muted yourself.
Test. Okay. So finally, last but not least, I like everybody get an A in this course. Maybe this is the last semester I'm teaching this course. I will not be teaching anymore, hopefully, in the summer. So I like everybody be succeeded in this course, okay? Our policy does not say that we will give 70% or 80% student A and B and then we will fail some student. No, our policy does not say that, okay? If everybody gets an A, we are bound to give you an A, okay? So our policy is fair and clear. You will be able to see if you lost 1 point, you will be able to see why you lost that point. If we did do a mistake in grading your test, you will be able to submit a regret request and we will fix that. Okay, that's all we discussed for our in our welcome slide, and then in our last lecture I discussed introduction to algorithm and programming. Okay, so I will quickly go through this slide again. So an algorithm, actually in this course you will mostly learn how to develop algorithm for solving a problem. So like how will you use algorithm or develop pretty simple algorithm. In our daily life we use algorithm, we always use algorithm, okay, but maybe we are not familiar with this is an algorithm. An algorithm is a step-by-step and logical sequence of some instructions that are applied on some data to get some expected output. Okay, so an algorithm, in order to do well in this course or in order to learn programming, you need to think algorithmically. Algorithmically means, okay, you need to think systematically so that your problem can be solved definitely. And if you see, there are many algorithms, okay, so but a good algorithm should solve a problem with least effort, within minimum time. Okay, for instance, if I want to search all student in this classroom that whose first name is John, okay, so there are many ways I can do that, right? I can call, okay, who are John, please stand up or raise your hand, right? This is one way of on algorithm. I can check one by one, is your name John, is your name John, is your name John, is your name John. This is another algorithm, okay. Or I can randomly check, hey, is your name John? Is your name John? Is your name John? In that way, I may find all Johns or I may not find. Because whenever I do random search or check, I may skip one or two or some Johns, right? So, but there is efficient algorithm. If I check everybody one by one serially, then there definitely I will get all Johns. So if there are 100 students, I need to check 100 times. But if I randomly do it, even if I check this 1,000 times, okay, I may miss someone. Okay, if I do not check all of them. So an algorithm should be efficient, complete, okay, and it should be guaranteed that it works. Okay, so how to develop efficient algorithm, and then you will learn that in your senior, like 4th year. Okay, 400 level course. I am teaching another course how to do algorithmic analysis. So that is in order to learn in depth of an algorithm, how to develop in depth good algorithm, efficient algorithm is bound of this course. We will not discuss this. Okay, for now we will start how to write algorithm. Once you learn how to write an algorithm, maybe you will learn yourself how to develop this algorithm in a better way, how to make this better or best. Okay, at least if we can develop an algorithm, we will be able to solve a problem, right? It is better than without solving a problem. Okay, so an algorithm takes some data, and the data, actually the main element of an algorithm is data and instructions. Instructions are the main process or procedure or steps that are applied on data, and finally we get some output. So in order to develop an algorithm, we use a vague or a concept that we say abstract. So in order to develop an algorithm, you need to be able to think abstraction. You need to understand abstraction. In our daily life, we use many abstract words. Means shortcut word, okay? If I ask someone, please open the bottle for me. Okay, there are many abstract words here, okay? I don't need to tell you how to open this, right? You need to right click or left click, and then you can use a scissor, or you can use a knife, or you can use your hand or finger. There are many ways to open it. Okay, but I'm saying that open this bottle for me. That is an abstract word or abstract concept. So in whenever we go our right road, we see that there are stop signs everywhere, right? A stop sign is abstract itself. It does not say how many minutes or how long I have to stop, right? In this situation, I may need to stop 1 second, or I may need to stop an hour in a stop position. Okay. So in order to develop an algorithm, sometimes we use abstraction so that we can focus whatever is more important. Currently, we can focus on that, and we can skip something that is not important for us. For instance, in order to drive a car, what we do, we push our key, we insert our key in the car, and then we click, and then it starts. Or we push a button, and then it starts, right? We don't need to know how the ignition system works and how the engine is working. We don't need to know that, right? We need to just know it has started. And then if we know how to drive, we can drive. So that our focus goes to only on front or back or right and left. We don't need to think how the ignition system is working. Okay. Similarly, in developing our program and algorithm, we will see that we will use many abstract terms like methods a lot. Okay. And we will learn. Okay. So sometimes some algorithm should be complete, and it should be unambiguous, correct, as simple as possible, and it should contain some levels of some abstraction. Why? In order to make our algorithm simple. Okay. So these algorithm, last time we discussed that this is not a good algorithm, because it says how to, this is an algorithm how to do shampoo. So it says wait here, and then it says apply some amount, small amount of shampoo, and then later rinse and repeat. At least it does not say how many times I need to repeat, right? And it does not say what is a small amount. So a mountain can be considered a small mountain, right? Compared to other large mountains. Okay. An ocean can be considered a small ocean compared to another big ocean. So it is big, but it is a small amount. Okay. So an algorithm can be depicted in different ways, can be displayed in different ways. Like simple way is natural language, like in English or whatever language we speak. Or you can use flowchart or picture, or you can use pseudocode, or in a specific programming language. We can use voice or text in written instruction. Okay, so whenever we use GPS, sometimes our GPS shows map, just map shows the direction, right? Or sometimes it gives us voice instruction, turn right, go straight. All of these are algorithms. So we will learn at least two things: flowchart and pseudocode. So flowchart are the chart that shows display an algorithm pictorially. It has arrows and then some symbols. We understand what is going on. Okay, everybody understand this sum. Okay, less. And this is a natural language description of something that how do we register a course at a university or any school. Okay, and so what are the components of an algorithm? Data. Main component is data. And then you will see that later you will take data structure course and other software engineering courses. All of these courses depend on good data structure. Data structure means how you store your data in computer memory. If your data is stored very organizedly, your program become efficient. Okay, so we will learn this, and good thing is that in this course we will think algorithmically. Algorithmically means we will think first how to solve the problem. Okay, we will develop our we will think how to we will think algorithmically. So algorithmic thinking is sometime is difficult, and it is sometimes boring, or for people actually there are two kind of people that at least two ways to learn programming or anything. One is called systematic way, another is called maybe non-systematic way. In academia you will learn programming in systematic way. That is, we enforce you to learn algorithm first, how to develop an algorithm, right? But in other way, maybe there are many people they learn programming without learning algorithm, without learning pseudocode. Okay, may be a good programmer, but that is not a good way to learn programming. Okay, for instance, everybody we know that how to add two numbers, right? How to add two numbers. For instance, everybody we know that how to add two numbers. We know that this is addition symbol, right? And we know algorithm. So what is then our algorithm to add two numbers? It's pretty simple. We need to align the numbers, right? The right digit must be under right digit. And then we know that 8 plus 3, 11, and then we cannot write 11 over here. We can write 1 only here. And then we carry 1 to the next higher digit, right? And we add that 1 with 1, then we're getting 21. But we do not follow, that is the algorithm. And if we do not follow that algorithm, and if we say 1, 1, 1, if we do not follow that algorithm, then we'll get our result maybe like this. And this is not a correct solution, right? That means we did not follow correct algorithm. So the algorithm is that we need to do whatever we have in our query, we need to add that one here. So then it is correct. So now even we are applying an algorithm over here. But since we are familiar with this, maybe sometime we do not know that we are applying an algorithm. Right? So we will, like this way, we will first develop our algorithm. Then once our algorithm is developed, then know the algorithm, then we may not use develop algorithm. We can directly solve the problem. So like in our 1322, we do not discuss programming using algorithm. But this course we discuss algorithm, because in this course we are doing startup. Once you learn how to develop an algorithm, then sometimes you do not need to develop algorithm. You can do it on your head. For instance, we use GPS. We use a GPS if we want to drive to an unknown location, right, to destination. We use GPS. But while we drive to a known location. For instance, while I am going back home, I will not be using GPS because I know that. So, but if I want to, like first time I came to KSU about 3 years ago, I used GPS and I used GPS also while back home a few days. Okay, so that I do not do mistake. So, but once we learn the algorithm or route, then we do not use the algorithm. So at least we need to be patient for a few days or few weeks to develop our algorithm. Okay, that is the main concept, and please be patient. So many people, there are many people, they are learning programming, they try to learn programming without thinking algorithmically, without learning algorithms. So sometimes they struggle. So our way to teach you developing algorithms so that you can, once you know how to add two numbers, then you can add any pairs of numbers, any two number, three numbers, right? So once you are able to develop an algorithm, you will be able to develop similar algorithms or new algorithms. Okay, that's what we discussed in our last lecture. Has anyone any question so far? Okay. So now let us today we jump into our last part 2 of module 1. Okay. So a programming primer, skeleton, and I/O, that means input and output operation. Okay, so everybody, please be ready. We will start. We will see how a program looks like. Okay, and we will start. Okay, in my course, you don't need to keep your note and word by word because I'm recording everything, right? So you can write the keyword or something like this key topics. You can write as a note. Okay, but give attention, please. And one thing that I requested in our past lecture, everybody, that please do not misuse a single minute in this course. Okay, as long as you are here, please do not use your device or phone or anything for unnecessary or other business. If you get an emergency call, please go outside, receive the call and come back. If you need to make a phone call, go outside, make the phone call quickly, come back. If you need to send a text message, reply to text message, do it quickly, please, not for 10 minutes, not for 10 minutes, okay? Says everybody agree? Okay, my humble request to do that, okay? Because I like everybody to do well in this course. Nobody push behind, okay? I don't like anybody put behind. Okay, so in this lecture today, in a few minutes, we have 30 more minutes maybe, we will learn how a program looks like. Okay, and we will learn how to declare a variable, how to maybe taking a input for a variable, and then do some very basic calculation. Okay, at least by the end of this lecture, we will learn how to start programming. Okay, so throughout our section, we will use some symbols. So this PS means pseudocode. This symbol is Java symbol, and this symbol C# and C++. So whenever you see this symbol, you think that this code is written in pseudocode, this algorithm written in pseudocode, or in Java, or C# or C++. Pretty simple, right? Okay, there's nothing hard. Okay, so the skeleton is the smallest structure of a program. Maybe it does nothing, or it may do something. Okay, and so that we will learn the skeleton of an algorithm in at least in these 4 formats. Okay, so the simple one is in pseudocode, right? In pseudocode format. So this is whenever you see is this only these two lines. These two lines are the skeleton of a simple program. It does nothing. Whenever you write pseudocode, you must write this begin, main, and whatever you have your code, you need to put inside this blank space, and at the end you need to put end main. So if you write your algorithm in pseudocode, you must write these two lines. If you miss any of this line, you may lose some point. This is the main structure. It does nothing, but it is the skeleton. Okay, and same thing, if we want to do in C sharp format, then we need to use using system, and then class, this is my class name, and then it start with curly brace, and this is the main method. It is called the main method, and it start with a curly brace and an opening curly brace, and it ends with an ending curly brace, and also a class start with a curly brace and it ends with another curly brace. All of your code go inside this. Okay, so for now these are the abstract toward these things are abstract to us. Okay, we are not focusing for now today. That do not ask me any question. What is mean by class? What is the purpose of using? What is system? What is thing? We are not discussing this. These are for now abstract to us. Okay, because we want to focus something else. Okay, so here one thing at least we need to know here, main is the main method. Every program, yes. Okay, that good question. I will come there. Okay, so let me go a few minutes. Okay, so every program, almost all program has a main method. So for now, is a main is a method or function. So let us understand that how do we know this is the function? Whenever after a name, whenever you say you see a pair of parentheses. This is opening and this is closing. Okay, so the parentheses, first bracket. Then this is a method. And all C#, C++, and Java program start with a main method. Okay, so how do we know that this is a method or function? It has a parenthesis. Okay, everybody will remember that. Whenever you see a parenthesis, then this is the method. It may contain something within the parenthesis or may not. Okay, and later we will learn what is class, what is public, static, void, but we know for now this is main method. So this structure is in C# format. We notice that M is in uppercase. So whenever you write our program in C#, we must write in this line. These are the structure. All of our programming languages are case sensitive. So in case main, you cannot say M in lowercase. In C#, it will not work. Okay, and same thing if we want to put in Java, almost same thing. We do not need using over here. By default, it will use. And then you see that it is main, M is in lowercase. And other things are almost same. Okay. And in C#, S is in lowercase. It can be an uppercase, but in lowercase. So in Java, S is in uppercase, but M is in lowercase. Okay, so there are similarities between C# and Java, right? Okay, and this is in C++. So in order to start a C++ program, this is like include. So there is this is include. Okay, it start with a $sign, sorry, pound sign, hash sign, and then it is called IOStream. We include a line. Okay, and it has main. This is our main method, right? It is main, right? Method. This is the method. We know that this is a symbol of method, right? and it has some code inside, and at the end, since its return type is int, so we return an integer value, for instance 0 or something. So these are the basic structure of a C++ program. For now, let us who are really new, try to remember this. Okay. So who are new, just this 5, 6, and 7. This slide put in side by side, and please write a few times so that you will be familiar with. Okay. Okay. So whatever we learned so far, so that we learned that all programs like C++, Java, and C# start with a main method. And in pseudocode, it start it's called begin and end. And in actual program, we do not have begin that, but this means begin. Opening curly brace, it means begin and it means end. Okay. So this end is the end of this main method, and this end is the end of this class. So inner items start first and closes first. And outer one, start inner items start later but closes first. Outer items start first but closes later. Okay, so at least we learn one thing: all programs or pseudocode must have a main method. Okay. Has anyone any questions so far? Okay. I have a few more slides. I will answer your question. Okay. So here, so whenever we have our starting of a pseudocode, this is our begin main and ending main, and these are at least two instructions over here. Okay. There are two statements over here. For instance, print line is used to print or display something on our monitor or screen. This print does not mean that it is printing using a real printer. Okay, if you take advanced level course, you will learn how to write a program to send your document to a printer. That is out of the context of this course. Okay, and if you say hello world, you see that this hello is coded with double quote, right? So this is a string, literal string value. Okay, and you see that like we are using plus sign to add to string. Actually, we cannot add to string, but we call that concatenate, connect to string. Okay, so we know that we were familiar with using the plus sign to add two numbers, right? The little baby, an elementary or maybe first grader or second grader only knows that a plus, this is a symbol plus sign. It is abstract sign, right? We know that, recall that, we know that what does this mean, right? A few minutes ago we discussed that what does this plus sign means? It adds two numbers. For instance, while we use plus sign to add two numbers, they add up or make the summation. But here, this add, it does something different. This plus sign, it concatenate two string, this with this, something different. Okay, so these are for now abstract. This plus sign is abstract for us, right? Yes.
So the first line says hello, comma, world.
Yes.
If it said hello, comma, the world is yours, so you have plus sign between all words, comma.
So if you want to, good question. So if you want to do that, so then we need to do hello, then plus again this, like this. We will go through this by next week. You will learn. You start learning this. Okay. So same code. So once we run this program, it will show us actually like this kind of output. Hello, comma, world in first line, and you say the print line, that means after printing at the end, it will go to new line. What do you do when you put insert key, enter key? Okay, it goes to new line, and say it will say Bob, then the space, then was is here. This will be output for this. Output will be like this. Okay, and it is in pseudocode format. Same thing if we want to write in an actual program in C#, this will be right. This will be like this. You see that difference? I wish I could show at least 2 slides. Is it visible? Multiple slides. You see that I wanted to show the difference between how the slides. Okay, so you see that same thing, it will give us same output exactly. I'm sorry, it did not come here. Same output. This output, in order to get same output, the corresponding program in C# is this. So here, sysconsole.writeLine, it is used to display this value of this string without double quote, okay, on this monitor screen. So you see that L is in uppercase, right line W is in uppercase, and then console C is in uppercase. So in C# format, it is a case sensitive language. You must follow this. Yes, sir. They do same thing. For instance, whenever we use pseudocode, we will write print. Usually print, okay, and whenever we use in Java, it is language specific. You cannot use something else. It is strict. Okay, and whenever we do same thing in C++, then we write use cout, then to less than sign. This is not actually less than, this is actually output operator. Okay, and this is output stream, cout, and we use same format. Okay, and here in Java, here in C# we wrote line. That means to go to new line, and same thing will be done in C++ by concatenating this with ENDL, that means end line. So you see that C# program structure is different. It's completely different, okay? And then C#. C# program is completely different than C++, and vice versa, right? Although they have matched C++ or C#, but completely different. Okay, but Java, although it's a different name, but it is pretty similar to C#, right? Remember that in C# we wrote console.writeLine, but here in Java we write system.out.println. Here println is a method. How do I know that this is a method? It has a parenthesis, right? We just learn how do we know that this is a method? We have a parenthesis, right? This is a println is a method, main is a method. Is this a method? No, because it does not have a parenthesis, right? So let us check that whether we find out how many methods here in this slide. In this program code, how many methods are there? Okay, what are those? Okay, I asked how many methods are there in this slide. In this actually these few lines. Could be a quiz question, okay? Let us check where do we have a pair of parentheses. So main, right, is a method, right? And then writeLine is a method, and writeLine is repeated here, right? Actually, there are two distinct methods here, right? But there are 3 methods. So this one is method, this one is method, this one is method. 3 methods, but 2 different methods. Okay. So it will be critical question if I ask you how many methods are there or how many distinct methods are there, right? How many distinct? Two. And how many methods here? Total 3. Everybody understand? Everybody understand? People who are in back? Yes. This one and this one. Okay, so if we have like this, this is another method. Okay, we will learn the difference. What is the difference between these and this? There's a quite difference between these and this. So if we write this, then output will be this. Okay, like this, and over like this. If we write this, then output will be this, and if you write like this, output will be sorry, it's Bob, right? I'm sorry. Then output will be like this. Not this line, okay? Not this line. Forget about this line. Output will be this. So there's difference between, okay? So how many methods are here?
3.
Okay, anyone has any option? Only one. Okay. So we said, how do I know a method? We need a pair of parentheses, right? So how many times do we have a pair of parentheses? Only one time. So these actually C#, these are called output stream. This is not a method in C++. Okay, very simple, straightforward. Remember that whenever you see a pair of parentheses, then we call that as a method. So you will remember everything that one. Will you be forget? Okay, never forget. Okay, it's very simple to remember to identify a method. These are not method. What are these? We will learn this later. Okay, that's it. Has anyone any questions so far? So how many methods are there here? Again 3, right? How many distinct methods here? 2. But if I say how many distinct methods here I have? 3 distinct, right? So this print line and this print ln, that means if we have print like ln and then like this, our output will be like this. Don't worry about this. Okay, hello world. Okay, it did not copy. Bob actually
Hey,
was
Professor.
here. If we have a print ln, that means after printing this, it will not print double quote. Okay, so double quote, there is a way to print double quote. Use backslash operator, and then if you have ln, that means it will go to the new line, next line, and then Bob will be starting new line. But if we do not give ln, then output will be this. So in your test, you may be given some code, and you will be asked to write the output. Okay, so then be careful about the new line. Okay, will it go to new line or do not go new line? So even inside this is then no ln. If my code is like this \n at the end, then still it will be like this. We will learn this later. Okay, so that means at the end here it will go new line, and without giving this at the end, we can give ln over here. And now if we give ln and also at the new line at the end, then there will be an empty line in between. So output is different, right? We will learn this. Okay, you will learn.
Professor,
Yes.
can you go over distinct method one more time, please?
I said how many distinct methods are here, right? What was the question?
Was it 2 or?
Here, how many methods are here? This is main is a method, this is a method, and this is a method. There are 3 methods. Okay, so this println is a method. forget about for now. Forget about this part. This part are not methods. Okay. So, but whenever we say like this, so then how many methods are here? Still there are 3 methods, right? And all 3 are different method, distinct method. So was that your question?
Yeah, that answers it. I just thought there was a different.
Okay.
Thank
But if I say ln over here, so still there are 3 methods, but these 2 methods are identical, right? Same method, although they have different data arguments. So, but there are 3 methods, but 2 distinct methods. This is one, and this is another distinct. Was that your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I believe you understand. Okay, so far we learn, and one more thing, that all languages, or at least all languages, have some ability to print something to a console. What is a console or screen? Like a black screen. We will show soon. Okay, what is this? Like a black screen is called a console. Okay. So now, so let us maybe. So variable is here. Okay. So has anyone any questions so far? Yes. Okay, good question. You have a question that why I wrote Bob was here like this fashion, right? Let us go in a actual program. We'll see that. Okay. That's a good question. I will answer it. If I forget, please raise your hand. Okay. So now, has anyone any other questions so far? We went through so far slide number 14, and then there are about how many? 24 slides, right? So in our next lecture, we will go through these slides, the remaining slides. Okay. Now, our goal is to learn so far to how to start programming. But has anyone any question? I have about 14 minutes, so at least we can use 10 minutes to do some programming. Okay, so let us go to our first year experience program. I have a slide. Okay. Okay, so this is the last slide on the resource base, FY resource base. This is a slide I developed it sometime early. So key differences between C#, C++, and Java. So if you please download this slide, and I like everybody who are new, especially in programming, please download this slide and save it in your folder. And if possible, please print it. Please take a printout and print it out and okay, print it, then keep it for now for a while, at least a few weeks. Okay, so this says, these few slides, about 10 slides we do have, it says the key differences across the languages. The 3 languages we will discuss in this course. Almost 80% stuff are same. Okay, and then 30% to 20% are different. So C++ first was appeared in 1983, and then Java was 1995, and C# in 2000. Actually, the predecessor of C++ is C language. I learned C++ actually 1995, that time, 96. Then I learned Java in 2000. Okay. Okay, so almost 80% codes are same or identical. Okay, so there are few differences. At least we will learn some like 6 differences. At least we will learn, like we already learned, discuss first 4 differences today. We have already seen this. Let us recap this, okay? So the first difference is based on the structure of the main method, right? So we know that we discussed, I'm sorry. So in now all in on place, okay? So in C++, this is the main method. This is the structure of the main method. And in Java, same structure is skeleton is here. And in C#, same thing here. So at a glance, if we have one page, so we can see the key differences between in the structure of the main method, okay? So these are not made up by anyone else. So you need to remember this. For now, who are new in programming, I like you. When you go home, please write some few times. We do not need to write these things. So these are the comment. So with slash that start with a slash or star or double slash, we do not need these things for the declaration. Other stuffs you write in a white paper a few times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, so that you become familiar with. Okay. And so far we are familiar with, right? The main method is this. So whenever we see like this kind of code, we will know that this is a C++ program. Whenever we see this kind of code, so like Java main in lowercase, okay, then this is Java program. And but if we see like this line, actually the name is in uppercase, then this is C# program. So there are some similarities between Java and C#, but C++ is quite different, right? Okay. And I'm sorry. Other difference so far we learned the output statement, right? In C# we write console.writeLine, and in Java we write system.println, and same thing we write in C++ cout backslash less than sign. Okay, there is no space between this. So we are already familiar with this, right? For now, please do not ask any question why this is going here. It is not. It is developed by the designer of programming languages. Okay, I did not develop this. So these are the way. These are the rule. We have to follow this. There is no exception. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm clicking over here. I should click here. So. Okay, so far, at least for now, we have learned two difference, right? One is the different structure of main method in 3 languages, and another is the output statement, right, in 3 languages. Has anyone any questions so far about this? I like you. Please download this one, and it is available in our resource page. I'm sorry, this is the one. Go to FYE resources.php, then this is the. What is your question?
Does spacing matter?
Yes, spacing is matter. In some places spacing is matter. In some places it's not a matter. Okay, we will learn soon what will happen if I give an extra space here between print and print line. It will not work. Sometimes space is not matter. Sometimes it matters. So if I give a space before or after this plus sign, it doesn't matter. If I give a space between this here within double quote, then that is matter. You will learn some. Okay, don't worry. So I will go to repeat quickly. Okay, but someone asked me a question before I forget. Okay, so what was your question? No? Okay, so quizzes and tests will be whatever we are learning in this course. For instance, I told you almost a pretty possible test question, right? You will given some code and you will be asked to write output. Okay, that is maybe question that will not give it 20 points, maybe give it 5 points. Okay, so we will have some questions. Okay, and then for your quizzes, please give attention to our lectures and slides. Okay, you will get many quiz questions from our slide, and then we are discussing whatever we are discussing. Okay, then you had a question, right? What was your question? Okay. Okay, let's in order to learn that we need to go to an actual program code, right? So we have maybe 5 minutes, we can go. So in this course I will use replit repl.it. This is a like is good an online ID. There are many online IDs, but we find this is a very simple. So actually you need to log in and you need to sign up. In order to sign up, that means create an account. So everybody tonight, is anyone here has an account with Replit? Is free. How many of you has a Replit account? Good start, good thing. Okay, if you do not have an account, so it is tonight. Please. Whenever I go home, as soon as possible, please create your sign up here. Okay, it's free. Okay, and then what you will do, you will use you need an email address to create an account, right? You can use your case email address or any email address, whatever you do, and give a password. You will not put your money over here. Nothing important. So give a password that is simple and you can remember. You do not forget. In case you forget, you can retrieve it using your password. So my username. So if I log in here, so you will see that I have several hundreds of my REPLS. So if I go to my REPLS, sorry, it's slow. Thank you so much for helping me with your Wi-Fi. So I have several hundred programs, okay? 100 programs. So now if you start now, today, then you will see that you will have, by the end of this course, you will have 100 programs in your account. Okay? So if you want to go to my Replit account, then what you will do, then you type in https://repl.it, then / my username Mokhtar, MOKTER, then you will be redirected to my account. Okay, and so once we are here, then we can easily create, you see that these are my existing program over here. It says C#, it says Java, and it says sometimes C++, right? So by looking this on the front, I will be able to know in which language this program is written, right? It's C++, it is C#, and it is Java. I have mainly C++, C#, Java, and Python programs, and F# maybe 4 or 5 languages programs. Okay, so in order to create a new program, so you will click on plus sign, and then from here you will select the language that you like to code in. You see there are a number of programming languages, right? You can select the first or most frequently used that I most frequently use here. So Java, C#, and C++. So if I select C#, and it will give you a name, randomly selected name. But I can say CSE1321, Spring 21, hello world. Say I usually do this way. Java program, I say Java. Okay, example, I say 1, like this way, and then create REPL. Then it will come up automatically with the structure, basic structure of Java program, right? So here, if we click this button, this run button, then it will show me output of this program on this black screen. This black screen is called console. Okay, only this one is the output. Okay, so if I want to expand this, like I'm sorry. If I want to add similar thing like Bob was plus here. So sometime if I do any mistake, you will say that it will give me some symbol is underlined with red. That means there is a mistake over here. So as long as there is a mistake, it will not work. This program will not run. If I try to run it, it will show me an error. It will show me an error, okay? So now I have to fix the issue, and others on the other way, you see the red, you see the red underline, red signal here, flag here. That means I have an error most probably nearby this place. And also whenever I try to run it, it will show me that one error. If your program has at least one error, it will not work, not run. So then I have to fix this first. So it will give you, the compiler will give you some hints, what is the problem and how to fix it. Ultimately, you will be able to do it. You will learn it, how to do it. For now, I know that there is a missing code. So if I do this, then program says that the plus sign is gone, right? That problem is solved for now. Give me 2 more minutes, please. So now if I give then the output is hello world, Bob was here, right? Now you have your question. What is your name, please? Jason? Mason. Okay, so now if I give, you see that there is a space here and here, right? Before starting was and here. So that means this space, we want to make that space here. But now let us do same thing if we give a space over here. So the what will be output, Bob, you think? So Mason, you think, for this one? There will be a space before Bob. So you see that before Bob, there is a space, blank space. Right? Now, as we learn here, so that we discussed that if we do not give ln, then over here, if we try to run this, then you will get this all in one line, right? Since I have a space before Bob, so then it is, this is why it is giving this space Bob. But if I did not have this, then it would show something weird. Okay, so it's a hello world, Bob was here without any new line, right? So now if I want to do same thing, may I have 2 more minutes, please, so that I can fix it? So that if I want to write same program in other language, right, C#. What I will do, so I will do the same thing. I will select C# from here. Maybe I usually go to example 1, this is Java. I do CSITEd. So then hit replete, and I will get complete structure of hello program. So this good thing that replete gives us program pretty much complete program. Okay, if I run this, I will get hello world. Okay, and if I want to do something with C++, then I can select here CPP example 1, then create replete, then it will give me a structure or new hello world program with C++ language, and then if I click run over here, it will give me hello world. But in C++, I like usually using std, using namespace std. You will learn later what is mean that. So if we write use this line, then we do not need to use this one. It's pretty simple, and it will give us same result. Okay, has anyone any question? Yes, sir. Mason. His name is Mason. Yes, we will discuss variable in our next lecture. Okay, so we ended here. In our next lecture, we will go through from slide number 15, maybe that discuss with variable. Okay.
Professor Akhtar, I have a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
Before taking quizzes, do we need to email you? Because I've never done a quiz with webcam and respond us before.
I didn't understand. What is that, please? Please
Before
speak loudly.
Before taking a quiz, do we have to email you to let you know to open or allow the webcam, or
Give me 1 second, please. Let me close my recording and then